Hello, Soul Fam. What's going on, guys? We're gonna get started with the day today. Just give me a second. Yes, my friends. Yes, my friends. My friends. My beautiful friends. My beautiful soul family. What is going on, my friends? I'm gonna post the message of the day for today. And remember, we are creator beings, creating our life, creating our experience, creating our abundance at this very moment. If this resonates with your heart, which I'm sure it's gonna resonate, take it into your heart and know it as absolute truth. All right. Um, hmm. So I do put AdSense on these lives here. And it gets, if I put the handpan music, it gets copyrighted or whatever. So this is the reason why I'm not using handpan music anymore, unfortunately. And other reasons as well. Actually, you know what? Maybe I can use handpan music. Give me a sec. Oh, there you go. I guess I can. Can you guys hear the music? The music is very important for the mood. I won't be using handpan music all the time though. Oh, it's got some drums behind it. Turn it down. Alright. Alright, my friends, thank you guys for being here. Another day in the Matrix, another day in the lower dimensions, my friends. Cheers to all my beautiful light workers, starseeds, alchemists, spiritualists, putting in work, working on themselves, self-actualizing, self-transforming themselves into the better version of themselves, the true version of themselves, in true alignment. This is what we're here for, baby. Yeah. If you guys haven't yet, after this, or even right now, go check out my newest video that I dropped on my YouTube, obviously, here on my YouTube channel. It's a long-form video. If you guys have been dealing with fear, if you guys have been dealing with lower energies and stuff like that, you guys already know that fear is the number one way that the Matrix controls the soul. Yes, controls. I know that's an illusion, but of course, you can get rid of the fear right now. And I'll show you in 5 easy steps. Go check out that video when it is time. Cheers. Message of the day, my friends. You are not imagining the magic. You are finally starting to remember it. You see, magic is real. And even if you felt magic in your life, I mean, if you're here right now, it's because you've been through some type of spiritual awakening. So that means you've had magic in your life. You felt magic, but you're forgetting it every now and then. This is why we come here. This is why the Discord is here. By the way, if you guys have not yet gone to the Discord, go check it out. It is called the Lighthouse. I'm pretty sure most of you guys are in it anyway, but it doesn't matter. Maybe one person doesn't know. The Lighthouse is in the video description down below. It is a Discord, a Lightworker community for chosen ones, Lightworkers, starseeds, whatever you want to call yourself. It is a sacred space, a safe space, where you can speak about your problems, where you can speak about your adventures in the spiritual realm, where you can speak about anything about spirituality. So go check it out. You're going to meet your soul fam there. Alright, my friends. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Wednesday today. Today has been a beautiful day, at least where I'm from. The sun is out, the sun is shining, and let's go. And let's meet and say hi to the soul fam. Hello, Queen Alien. Dennis, how you doing, my brother? Hello, Lil Lonely, what's going on? Godson, hi, how's it going? Thank you for being here. Singing Bird, what's going on? I like those little stickers, Godson. Let's go. Jason. Hey, brother. Happy to be here. Thanks for what you do. No problem, man. I appreciate that. Thank you very much for being here as well. Hopefully, my content has impacted you in some way or another. That is why I am here. Yes, yes, yes. That is why I am here. I am here because the reward itself is just expressing myself. That's the reward itself. Yeah? Yeah, so like I said, my friends, if you guys haven't yet, go check out my latest YouTube video. If you haven't yet, if you want to do it afterwards, or if you just want to support me, or if you want to stop having fear in 5 minutes. Anything is possible when you put your mind to it, my friends. Anything is possible when you put your heart to it. So what is this? What is this? The topic of today? The topic of today is the universe has a message to you about your purpose. What is this music? All right, you know what? Let's nah. I'm not vibing with that music. Here we go. All right, that's a little better. Can you guys hear the music? It's rather low, but can you guys hear it? All right, my friends. Yes, the universe has a message about your purpose. This is a universal message, my friends. It is a universal message for the collective. For anyone that resonates with this message, understand that you are not here just to be here. You're not here because it was by accident. Oops, I'm gonna just put Jason, I'm gonna put Pushel there, I'm just gonna put FSBS there by accident. That's not how God works. That's not how the universe works. You see, there's a grand purpose for you. A beautiful grand purpose that you are creating right now. But you can't know your purpose yet. Shit, even I don't know my purpose completely yet. But it's not about knowing your purpose and knowing exactly when you're going to meet this and when that. Your purpose is you. Your purpose is your expression. Your purpose is your identity. I guess identity, expression, yes? The way you express yourself, your authenticity, that is your purpose. When you express yourself authentically, it will take you to different timelines automatically. And that will show you your purpose. You see, your destiny and your purpose, your soul's purpose, your divine mission, it's not something that you need to do. It's something that you uncover by expressing your truest self. And in order to do this, my friends, in order to express your truest absolute self, it begins with self-acceptance. It begins with self-love. Thank you so much, Sarah, for the $4, the $5 super chat, and the super sticker. The cool little guy blowing his little horn. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate you. Your soul's purpose has nothing to do with events. Events are just a side effect for your authenticity. The throat chakra. That is your purpose. And in order for you to speak your truth, you must love yourself. And in order for you to love yourself, you cannot feel shame. Because if you feel shame, these will be blocked. And the reason you feel shame is because you don't feel safe. So then it means your root chakra is blocked. And it's actually very simple. It's not easy to heal, but it is simple. You know, it doesn't require super complicated knowledge from the universe. You don't even have to know about the reptilians and all that stuff. You don't even have to know about that stuff. It doesn't even matter about that, unless you want to know about that stuff. It's just about you loving yourself. It's just about you not shaming yourself, accepting who you are, even your shadow. It's about you understanding yourself so much that it doesn't matter what society says. It doesn't matter what what the Matrix says. The Matrix is literally just a cage that we have created for ourselves through our thoughts. That is the Matrix. And we alone can take ourselves out of this Matrix. That's why be very careful, my friends, when you look outwards for your healing. Because even though astrology and numerology, and even myself, spiritual YouTubers, can help guide you, it doesn't mean that it's going to heal you. Because only you can heal yourself. And how can you heal yourself? Through your mindset. Some people need to know about spirits and demons. Some people work better with the chakras. Some people work better with Jesus. Find your voice. Find your truth. Find your absolute truth. Much love to you, Teal. You're the best. Find your absolute truth inside of your heart. And if people don't understand, it's okay. It's not for them to understand. It is not their life. Your life is not their life. Your life is your life. And so you live it at the best of your ability for yourself. And the beautiful thing, once you start being authentic, is that you will radiate confidence and love. And other people's opinions are just projections of themselves. And that's okay. We still love them anyway. This is the way to live. This is true Christ consciousness. You are Buddha. You are Christ. You are love. The true return of Buddha is inside of you already. The true return of Jesus is inside of you already. I'll get to the messages real quick, okay, guys? So speak your truth already, my friends. And don't be afraid of other people's opinions. Other people's opinions are none of your business. My friends, thank you guys very much for being here and another day in the Matrix again. If you guys have any questions about alchemy, shoot them. If you guys have any questions about any fear-based programming that you guys have, I may give you some type of advice on how I healed my own programming and how I also escaped the Matrix by escaping my thoughts. Anything. Go ahead and shoot, my friends. Again, if you guys haven't yet, go check out the Lighthouse. It is a Discord community, spiritual community for light workers. I'm usually not on there. It's not about me anyway. It's about you guys. This is for you guys. A safe space, sacred space for you guys. So go check out that link is in the video description down below. Yeah. Now, my friends, there's many of us with many different types of dreams and manifestations that we want to come to fruition. Some of us want to be, or a lot of us want to be content creators. A lot of us want to travel the world. A lot of us want to create communities where money isn't even a thing. You know this is possible, right? You know this isn't just a dream. Dreams aren't false. Your imagination is not false. You just need to feel it enough. Feel it enough that it becomes your reality. Your imagination is real because your imagination is the spiritual realm. Do you think it just comes out of nowhere? I'm just imagining things. It's just, that doesn't come from somewhere? You don't think that that's a direct channel that you're connecting with right now? That you're, by the way, you're always connecting with? Of course it is. That's how powerful you are. So the more you visualize your dreams, and the more you see them as absolute reality, the universe has no choice, man. No choice but to bring that in the now. And I'm sure many of you have felt this already, even if it's small. If you're starting your manifesting journey and you've healed some of your blockages, you can already begin to manifest, especially if you healed your root chakra blockages, which is the fear, not feeling safe in your body. Start small, little things. Play with the universe a little bit. I'm gonna buy myself a Nintendo Switch. I'm gonna have a Nintendo Switch. Whatever, right? It doesn't have to be that. It could be anything. But something small. And then it happens. And you're gonna be like, wow. Good. Noted. Right? It's a game, my friends. It's a game that we're playing here. A game. A game of, not a game of chance. Nothing is ever by coincidence. Unless we believe it is. Once we believe that things are coincidences, then they'll become coincidences. Your beliefs, your truths that are connected to love are your truest self. Anything that is other, like distortion and fear and shame and darkness, it's all a programming that has made your perception inverted. That's it. It's just love backwards. So we shouldn't fear fear at all. We should look at it for what it really is. Distortion. Bloop. Opposite. I mean, is it even opposite? I guess it could be opposite. Inverted. That's why it hurts sometimes. And when it gets too inverted, it becomes more painful. And that's hell. The reason why many of us, if not probably all of you, have been through hell on earth was because you were meant for more. You were meant for great spiritual evolution and awareness and growth. And you know this already. Many of you here probably already channel. Many of you here can say, guides, please be with me, and you'll feel them. And it's no joke. Something that a normal human doesn't understand. And that's okay. So like I said, my friends, if you guys have any questions about alchemy, about all that stuff, anything that you want to heal inside of yourself, go ahead and ask. And then a little bit after, we'll get into like actually channeling messages for you guys, okay? Yes, FSBS, correct, love is the way, absolutely. What up, spiritually awakened Scorpio? Let's go, my fellow Scorpio. That's right. How you doing, my brother? How are you doing? I don't meet too many. They say Scorpios are the most common, but I don't meet too many of you guys. I'm usually the only one. Hello, someone. How you doing? You're welcome, Aaliyah. Such good energy here. But that's what you get when you have a room full of starseeds, chosen ones, and lightworkers, baby. Not to be negative here, but I think I manifested an argument with my sister because of a negative thought. But my soul needed it possibly. I hope the bad tension will be gone. You know, even if negative things happen, right? The only way you're going to heal negativity inside of you, the only way you're gonna heal, man, is if it comes up. That's why, people that have, let's say, people in, Christians or whatever, you go to an exorcist, right? He brings that demon out of you because it's in there and you don't bring it out. So he has to bring it out. That's shadow work. It's just a different form of shadow work. Even though Christians are like, no, shadow work is evil. They literally do it with exorcism. That's literally what shadow work is. Bringing up, understanding what it is, and releasing it. Releasing it either through methods and techniques, by loving yourself, understanding yourself, or like how Christians do it, having Archangel Michael come and defeat it. Having Jesus come and replace that energy, right? It's the same thing. They're all techniques. Yeah? So don't worry. If you have negative thoughts, if you have negative ideas about people and beliefs, you're human. Everyone has them. Just recognize when you have them. Yes, my friends? Recognize when you have these things. And don't shame and judge yourself, bro. As soon as you shame and you judge yourself, you're doing worse. Making it worse for yourself. Don't do that. Accept that you have these energies. You're a human, bro. Of course you have lower energies. Duh. Why are we here then? Why are we here are we here just to be the light? Or are we here to experience our lower selves? Understand our lower selves. Not judge them and shame them and then return to divinity. Because on the return to divinity, we call that evolution. What are we here for? We're here for evolution. My friends, understand that when I speak like this as well, I'm also channeling divine energy. This is not just Edgar, the human, speaking. He's listening as well. Especially when I'm doing this. This mudra is a great mudra to connect to the spiritual realm. So what I'm speaking to you is divine channeled messages, my friends. It's not just your typical motivated message. Not just uplifting. It's real. It's real. And as soon as you believe it, it's done. Create it. You fall a little bit. You may descend a little bit. But that's why this is here. This is why I do my content. This is why I do this live. This is why the Discord is there. So when you do fall, you can return. There's always a way to return. My friends, let's show Jalen some love. Yes, my friends? Let's put some hearts, just like Singing Bird did here. Let's put a little hearts right here, guys. Send Jalen some love, okay? Send it in spirit as well. And anybody else that's not feeling so well, okay? We love you. We care about you. And we'll pray for you, okay? Remember, my friends, you're not alone. Your guides, your spirit team, your star seed family, they're right next to you. They're not even next to you. They're inside of you. So it's even more intimate than like the people out here. They're inside. In the love energy. If you can find this love energy within yourself, you will find your star families. They're ready to receive you. They've been ready for an eternity. They're waiting on you. It's just like that picture. I forgot who painted it, but it's a famous painter. Doesn't matter. But it's that picture of God. With the finger. And then the man. With his finger. Reaching out to God. God is always there. But God is never going to reach out this way. He's never going to force himself on you. God is always just going to be here waiting. God is love, by the way. It's not a him or a her. I'm just using that. God is love. Your star families, your love beings, mother, father, mother earth, whatever you want to call it. That is God. Like this. It's up to you to extend your finger. And this part of the journey requires inner strength. When you begin to do this, you begin to align yourself. Because once you touch God's finger, it's done. It's done. You cannot go back anymore. You can never go back. Queen Alien with the $10 super chat, the first super chat of the live. Thank you so much, Queen Alien. I appreciate you. Cheers. Struggling to quantum leap. Got a new apartment. Then got fired. Got my twin flame, but he's too far away. Can't create, but depressed. Okay. Stuck between dimensions, unable to shift to the higher timeline. How? It feels. You know what this feels like to me, Queen Alien? Yeah. It feels like Yeah. It feels like redirection. Truly. Yes. There are still some dark traumas inside of you, okay, that you haven't addressed yet. Yes? This is what it feels like to me, okay? Yes, Leonardo da Vinci, that's right, Pusho, that's right. But anyway, this feels like there are some things that you still have to work through. You might have worked through them in the past, but it still feels like there are things that you need to work through inside of your soul or inside of your astral body, which is carrying on some pain in the pain body, obviously. Pain that you need to go through and understand. Attachments that you are having to things and outside events. The spiritual journey isn't about outside events. The spiritual journey is about self-actualization. You cannot self-actualize yourself if you are attached to outside events. It's about uncovering your truest self. In order for you to do this, you need to let go. And in order for you to let go, you need to revisit some traumas. Because you're holding on and they're coming out in your day-to-day. You understand? I felt it too. I've done so much work. I don't know how to push through the depression. I understand. Let's see then. See, this is why I like having a one-on-one with you guys, right? Because I really feel like I'm like a spiritual therapist with you guys. But what is it, man, that you have to uncover, you know? What is it that you're feeling depressed about? Truly. What is causing you depression? Right? Is it because your manifestations are not coming to light? And if that's the case, then is it really right now that you're depressed? Or is it your little girl that's depressed? Because maybe she didn't get the things that she wanted when she was a kid. And she attached herself to those things. Made herself feel worthless. I guess if I can't manifest anything, then I'm worthless. That's what your little girl sometimes says. I don't know if that's exactly what it feels. I mean, it kind of feels like that a little bit, but I don't know if it's exactly what it is with you. But you need to deep dive into yourself, Queen Alien. This is how you're going to uncover these things. Shadow work. Shadow work is scary. Especially inner child shadow work. It's scary. But once you go through it, you'll realize that your little girl didn't need attachments. Your little girl didn't need a person to make themselves feel better. They just needed to feel better now. They needed you to give her a hug and be like, you're worthy. You're worthy of everything. Even if you don't have everything that you have, that you need, that you want now. Fear of not being good enough reinforced by Twin Flame and Boss. Thank you so much for saying that. Thank you so much. That uncovers a lot. I kind of felt that anyway, but that uncovers a lot. Translating to not being good enough to make a YouTube. Beautiful, beautiful. So you understand yourself very well, okay? This the first step of great alchemy, right? Is by understanding your shadow. Not judging your shadow. Not shaming your shadow. Understanding. This is the true mark of a true alchemist, okay? What chakra is blocked? When you have self-doubt. It depends mostly is when you have self-doubt, it's because you don't have confidence in yourself. So it's always going to be the solar plexus chakra. But this is not the solar plexus chakra right here. Okay? Although it is. This feels like root chakra. Okay, your lower chakras are blocked, Queen Alien. Whoops. Okay. Your lower chakras feel blocked right now as I tap into your energy. Yeah. All three of them. Yeah. Big time. But you have to start with the root chakra. And there's even there's some shame on here and judgment. You judge yourself. Yeah. And it's not you judging yourself, Queen Alien, because there's a version of you that isn't like this. It's just parts of you that are hurt. Queen Alien's hurt. Queen Alien's pain. Versions of you that need visiting. Yes? Ah, so we're getting down. There you go. So we're getting down. We're getting down to the root. So this right here, what you just told me right now, Queen Alien, is a root chakra for sure. Root chakra for sure. My dad never thought he was good enough, and he passed it on me, and it's on me to heal it. A generational curse breaker. That's what you are. Yeah? These inner tapes are very negative. Very good. Thank you so much for telling me these things, and thank you so much for being so vulnerable right here. Okay? Yeah. These type of things, especially when it's inner child healing, if you put as much belief as you can into chakra healing and yoga, you can heal it, right? Yoga will basically heal anything. But you have to be all about it. You have to go in 100% every day. Yeah? Put all your intention on it. But I know that we are all starseed children. And we all have similar ways of going about our healing. And so I'm going to give you one of mine. Make a playlist of music that you always loved internally for yourself only. And this doesn't have to be mainstream music, although it can be. It can be anything. Anything that makes you feel good, man. Anything that makes your inner child happy. A playlist of all of those songs. It could just be a music piece from a movie. Put them down. And when you are doing this, and I've given this advice before, but because this has helped me before, either go on a walk. Walking is very good for meditation. I go on a run, but you don't have to go on running unless you like running. Go on a walk. Go outside to the park and listen to the music where you are by yourself in your own energy. Meditate to this if you can't do this either. Okay? And visualize your most strongest connection that you have to a deity or a spirit guide. This is where creative alchemy comes in. You're going to visualize this deity, and remember, get into a deep state if you can, okay? Deep state of meditation while listening to your music. You're going to access your emotional body. So when you listen to the music, since you have a special connection to this music, most likely with your inner child, makes you happy, it's going to give feelings. I want you to feel the music and make a movie with the music in your mind. Visualize. Visualize this deity, this spirit guide, next to your little girl. And visualize all the times that your little girl was hurt. All the times where your little girl needed help. All the times where your little girl felt alone. Visualize yourself there and visualize this deity there as well. What you are doing is actually accessing an actual point in the spiritual realm. It's not your imagination. Your imagination is real. You're accessing a point in the spiritual realm where this really actually happened. And you won't feel so unsafe because you will know that this deity was with you since you were a kid, even while you were going through dark things. This will heal your root chakra. Okay? You were alone a lot. Even better. Not better, but I'm saying this is going to help with this type of ritual that I'm basically telling you to do. It's a very intense inner child healing ritual with a specific spirit guide. It doesn't have to just be one. It could be for me it was Archangel Michael. And it came to me. I visualized Archangel Michael as my little boy when I was going through very dark times. Even when I was like in my 20s, I was going through very dark times. I visualized Archangel Michael right next to me. It's almost like I didn't try to visualize him. It just came to me. Yes? And it let me know that I was always safe, even when I was going through dark things. Meaning I was always in this, I was always loved. Sometimes there are deep things about us that we don't understand yet, and they're simple. It's not like I need this or I need that. It's more of like I just needed love in this moment, and no one gave it to me, so I felt like I don't deserve love, right? But as soon as you allow yourself to feel the love that your starseed families, by the way, you can visualize your starseed family or whoever you feel closest to, you will know that you were never alone. Never. You were never alone. You always had your family with you. And so you were always safe. Okay? Try doing this. And this is not just for Queen Alien, guys. This is all of us. All of you guys do this. This is a fantastic way to release. Yes? This is just one way, of course. There's many ways. Creative alchemy is very, very powerful. Visualizing, very, very powerful. If you feel anything, if you're visualizing your spirit guide next to you and it gives you a vision of when you were a kid and he was next to you the whole time, right? Feel that and know it is absolute truth. Because it is. Your imagination is God. It's not fake. Okay? It's very important for you guys to understand that your imagination isn't fake. How can it be fake? How can your where is it coming from? Of course it's coming from the spiritual realm. It's a channel, like frequency, like a radio, that you are tuning into. Yes? The more you tune into this channel, not only for healing, but for manifesting, the more it becomes here in this world. Creator beings you are, my friends. And the way to create is with the mind. But first, you must believe by accessing your heart. What if my imagine is about horrible things? That's a very good question, Matthew. Thank you so much, Queen Alien, for the $10 super chat. I appreciate you, okay? A very good question, okay? You're always kind of have... okay, so it just depends on what level you are in your frequency. If you have a lower frequency, you're going to imagine lower things. Like lower energies are just going to fuck with you. They're you anyway, right? They're your thoughts anyway. Don't separate yourself from them because it's going to make it worse. But they're just going to mess with you a little bit because that's just their role, right? So don't give it too much thought. If you visualize negative things, it's not a big deal. Don't give it too much thought. The moment you believe those negative things, right? That's when the distortion energy hits you. And that's when it triggers energies that are already inside of you. Okay? So when you're visualizing negative things, it's because you have blockages in your chakras. You have blockages in your aura. Yeah? So instead, what you should do, if you can't visualize or imagine, feel. Feel. Feel and know. Feel and know and listen to very high frequencies, okay? 852, that's 852, 852 and higher. If your frequency is low, okay, don't listen to anything less than 800 hertz, okay? 800 and up, for now. 800 and up, feel your heart, and feel the love energy as much as you can. Yes? And again, and this is universal for everyone, bro. This is universal for everyone. Everybody's root chakra is blocked. Everybody's. That's the main chakra that needs to be unblocked in order for the Kundalini energy to move up to the heart chakra. The heart chakra is what connects your higher chakras to your lower chakras. But you cannot move your Kundalini vital force energy, your powerful energy of love and magnetism. You cannot move it upwards to connect the chakras if your root chakra is blocked. Your root chakra is connected to sex as well, which is also part of your sacral chakra. And if you feel shame for yourself and your sexual desires and all these things, it's gonna keep staying blocked. And that way you're never gonna be able to truly feel the Kundalini energy move up. Because the Kundalini energy changes when it moves up to different chakras. When it's from down here, it feels like a sexual energy. Then it moves up higher and it feels more like a loving energy / sexual at the same time. Then when it comes up here, it feels more like absolute purpose and truth. And then up here, it's just a different, it just feels like light when it comes from up here. So it changes, right? It shows you the separation that is going on. But it's all the same thing, all at once. Yes, my friends? So if you're still struggling with fears, which, I mean, it's the number one thing that's everyone's struggling with, root chakra affirmations. And say them with absolute intention. You have power in your voice. Don't just be like, my root chakra is unblocked because I know it is. No. Feel the words that you are saying. Truly feel them as if you are those words, right? Mental. The universe is mental. It's all about the mind. I know that people talk a lot about the heart, but the heart's always there. The heart's always good. It's the mind that you have to convince. Yes? What's going on with this music? All right, my friends. We're going to make it, guys. I promise you we're going to make it, okay? So if you got, you know, I know a lot of you guys are dealing still with, well, some of you guys are probably still dealing with depression, psychosis, and all these things. Just understand, guys, that back in the day, and I even put this on my Instagram, you know, one of my stories on my Instagram, but back in the day, guys, when someone was going through a dark period in their life, and it was truly like these mental psychosis episodes of darkness and demons and all these things, it's not because you are cursed, okay? It was actually a sign that that person was going to be a shaman for their village. Because the only way that a true shaman, alchemist, whatever you want to call yourself, yes, is going to learn how to heal others is if they heal themselves. And sometimes the healing can be so fucking intense. But once you're done, once you get out of the healing, which you will, it's just a matter of time. Once you're done, you're going to know how powerful you are. Wow, I really went through that shit. Holy shit. A lot of people don't even survive that. And I survived that. Pat myself on the back. I did good. And I learned so many things. I learned how to heal my inner child. I took techniques from Edgar and I made them my own. My own techniques. I took techniques from Bashar. I took techniques from Hinduism. And I made them my own. And now I can speak it to others that need it. That's why we're here. It's like a domino effect. Yeah? We're all actively healing ourselves. And by doing this, yes, and that's why you need to speak your truth, man, right? By doing this, we're healing Mother Earth. Because we are Mother Earth. Yeah? Cheers for that, my friends. Cheers. Let's go, Jalen. Get on it, man. Get on it. Feel, man. Feel your feelings, man. Feel your inner child, man. Your inner child needs a hug. Your inner child needs to know that they are safe. Yes? And by the way, while you're doing this, allow the visualizations, if they come from love, allow them to come in. It doesn't have to be exactly my technique. That's the beautiful thing about creative alchemy, is that you can be creative. My current situation is that I'm so overwhelmed with life, no job, no money coming in, no support. But through it all, I love myself so much. I'm just lost at what to do and where to go, etc. I understand that, okay? I truly, trust me, I understand that as well. I truly understand that as well. I truly did. For a long time, I think this was back in 2023, before my spiritual awakening, I didn't have a job. And I wasn't making any money. And I didn't know what to do. I was so afraid. The fear of failure was so incredibly strong from the pressures of society at the age that I'm in. 31, I was 31 back now, I'm 33. I was 31 and I had nothing to show for anything. That I fell in my room crying in the fetal position. That's how bad it was. But when I finally awoke into spirituality, I asked God, I need some money. And I know this is ego, and I know this is this and that. But I need a job. I need to find something. Anything. It doesn't matter. Just something for now. As soon as I asked, in 1 week, my cousin came to me and was like, hey, we need someone for construction. Just, to make some money on the side. My old self would have been like, nah. But I knew that was a sign from God. So I went for it. Made a little bit of money. And while I was doing that, I found my purpose. From all the signs that I was getting, even while I was working construction, I would see butterflies everywhere. All the signs everywhere. All the signs to go on TikTok and create and speak my truth, right? And I was connecting the dots of my life. Numerology helped me a lot with this. Astrology as well. Again, those are just guides. You're still creating yourself. But it helped me a lot. So ask. Ask and you shall receive. Ask. And it just has to be once. You can ask every day if you want. Once is enough. And just wait. It's going to be an opportunity. Okay? So ask. With intention. Don't ask. You could also ask, like, please God, begging, I guess. But the best way to ask, truly, is just with love. I know, God, that you have a mission for me. I know you do. Even if everything on the outside is telling me not to. I know that there's something for me. This is why I'm going through this. But God, man, this is hard. Please, God, I need a job. For now. Just something quick. Anything, God. Something to get me off my feet. And God, please point me towards my purpose as well. And you look up if you want. You can look in your heart. It doesn't matter. People, God is only in your heart. God is inside. It doesn't matter. If you want to look up, you can look up. I looked up. I looked up at God like this. And God will still speak to you. It's a state. Right? It's an energy. It's a feeling. Do this. You will magnetize what it is that you need. Even if you're in a low frequency. Okay? It does make me, I feel for you guys, man. I feel for you guys. I'm a very quiet, private person. But I like to speak my truth online. And I get a lot of messages from you guys, man. How much you're hurting. How much you're in pain. Even while I was going through psychosis and pain myself. It pains me to see you guys hurt. Because you guys are reflections of me. And I am reflections of you. So let me tell you guys this, man. If I can do this, right? And I'm just starting this journey of content creation. Well, I actually started in 2018. So it's been a while, right? But I'm talking about this spiritual journey. If I can do this, anyone can. Anyone can do anything. I thought I would never do anything. And I'm a life path 7. Supposedly life path 7s have a hard time with manifesting abundance or whatever. Even though I don't believe that. Anything is possible, man. It truly is. You just gotta know it is. Queen Alien, you're a life path 7? I didn't know that. I thought you were an 8 for some reason. You know what? Let's catch up on our numerology, guys. If you guys know your numerology, go ahead on the comments. Go ahead in the chat. Say what number you are. If you're a life path 1, life path 2, life path 3, life path 4, life path 7, life path 8, all that stuff. My friends, me, I'm a life path 7. Life path 7 is the number of introspection. So life path 7 is very introverted. They're like a little hermit, right? They stay in their own little world. Very, very private, but very, very spiritual. They're probably the most spiritual number out of all of them, besides probably 9. And the master numbers 11, 22, and 33. And even then, I think 11 is probably 11, 9, and 7 are probably the most spiritual numbers in the numerology. But let's see, guys. Let's see who else has these. If you guys know your numerology. Numerology is a great guide to yourself, okay? A guide. It's not the absolute truth, right? So don't let it be your religion and don't let it be your God, you know? It's just a guide to yourself so you can understand yourself, yes? Got Queen Alien, we got, let's see. Yes, yes, Jason, it's a life path. So there's different, it's like astrology, but it's just, for me, numerology is more about the self, right? And astrology is like about everything. But I like numerology more because just how my content is. I don't really like talking too much about what goes with the reptilians and what goes over here, and I don't like talking about that stuff. I'm an alchemist, so I'm always about you. I'm always about your inner world and how to heal and manifest. Right? That's who I am. That's my market. That's my niche. Yes? So yeah, numerology is more about the self, and your number one most important number in the numerology is your life path number. It's basically what you're going to pass through. Okay, if you don't know your life path number, there is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful app called Numerology Rediscover Yourself. I should probably honestly hit them up and talk about some type of like affiliated deal with them because I keep talking about them so much, but it's just a great app to understand yourself. So go check it out if you don't know your numerology yet. It's on both iPhone and Android. Numerology Rediscover Yourself. It's very easy to use. But let's just go over really quick because I see some 7s. I see a dope ass 11 here. 11s are rare, but 11s are very, very highly spiritual. Okay. And I see a 6. Let's go. I see a 5. I see another 11. And I see a couple 7s. Let's go, man. I see a couple 7s. So really quick, man. And I see a 4 right here. Let's go. Ashnae's Fire. Let's go. Excuse me if I said your name wrong, okay? Ashane's. Yes, Ashane's Fire. Life Path 4. Life Path 4. Yes, Life Path 4 is a very... they got like a lot of this... They have a lot of Virgo energy, right? They have a lot of energy of like... study, work, you know, very logical. We got some masculine energy as well, but it's not the dominating masculine. It's more of the intelligence, working hard, and writing things down, writing lists down, you know, pros and cons, that type of energy. Then we got life path number 1. That's the true masculine energy. That's the leader energy. That is like Aries energy. So in their shadow, they can be dominating, but when they are not in their shadow, they are very inspiring. Very, very inspiring. Yes? And there are leaders in their space. They may not be complete leaders of everyone. They could just be even just leaders of themselves, which was what most light workers that have the life path 1 are anyway. Leaders of themselves. And through being leaders of themselves, they help others shine as well. Yeah. Life path 2 is the feminine numbers. Life path 2 is about female energy, loving, compassionate energy, the energy that is so desperately needed right now in this world. This is why the divine feminine is rising. So if you're a life path 2, understand that you have a lot of feminine energy loving energy, compassionate energy, and your life path is all about this. Yes? Life path 3 is more about creative energy. I'm not necessarily saying that you are a extroverted person, because there's a lot of introverted life path 3s, but it's most likely that you are an extroverted person because they are the party guy, the party gal. They like to talk, they like to be around people, and they like to express themselves creatively. Very creative people. Yeah? They're very good at starting businesses. They're very good at starting creative ventures. Hello, Jenny. Life Path 11 and the Soul Path 1. Let's freaking go, man. Well, let's just get to the Life Path 11. Life Path 11, right, is a master number. There's 3 master numbers: 11, 22, and 33. 11 is influential. They feel a lot because they have 1 plus 1 is 2. So that's feminine energy. Technically, they're a life path 2, right? It's just that it's a master number, so it stays at 11. And since they have 1s in there, they also have leader energy, which is masculine energy. And it's a combined, it's like a balanced energy. But they feel so much. This is what makes them leaders in the spiritual space. Not all of them are going to be leaders, though, right? A lot of them are spiritual warriors. But Life Path 11 with a Soul Path 1, that's very leader energy, Jenny. Very, very leader energy. Very balanced energy as well. Yeah? I said, what did I say? I said Life Path 4. I already said Life Path 4, Life Path 3. Life Path 5. Let's go to Life Path 5, guys. Life Path 5 is freedom. Life Path 5 is Aquarius energy. So a person that loves their freedom. Life Path 5 is also very spiritual. I forgot about Life Path 5. So Life Path 5 is almost as spiritual as the Life Path 7, except that the Life Path 5, instead of the Life Path 7, if they're talking spirituality, there's such a free spirit that they're just like, okay, I don't want to talk about this anymore. While the Life Path 7s, though, they're like, no, we gotta keep talking about it, right? So that's the Life Path 5. Free spirit, they like to travel a lot. So if you see the 5, right, 555, it means travel and change, okay? Life Path 6 is the number of family. Life Path 6 likes to be around people. They like to be around their family. They're that guy at the barbecue that's, come here, let's have some beers. Get close, everybody. Let's say our prayers, right? They're that guy. They're that gal. Yeah? They're that person. That's the Life Path 6. Life Path 7, introspective, super spiritual. They have 1 foot in the spiritual realm, 1 foot in the physical realm. And they're very misunderstood because sometimes they can get in their own way, and I should know this because I'm a Life Path 7. They can get in their own way and they can more or less be too to themselves sometimes. So if you're struggling as a Life Path 7, and I guess I'm talking to myself as well, get out there a little bit more, right? Just a little bit more. Life Path 7s have almost everything except that they have a hard time speaking, right? Because they're so introspective. But as soon as they learn how to speak, I mean, they can have the world. That's right, Sarah. That's right, Sarah. The Life Path 8. Life Path 8 is the number of abundance. It's the number of infinity. Life Path 8s are destined to make money. They just are. They just know how to make money. Unlike the 7, which struggles to make money. The 7, in order for the 7 to make money, they really have to be on their soul's purpose. But an 8 could just make money. Right? Again, this is not a Bible or anything, guys. So it's not 100% the truth. We are still creator beings creating our truth. But it's a good guide to yourself. Yeah? So that's the number 8. Number 9, Kindred is the number 9. Number 9, Life Path 9, is a highly spiritual number. They are known as the humanitarians and the shamans. So the number 9 is the number of completion. It's the last number in the 1 through 9. So the number 9 basically encompasses, they're very good manifestors as well, if they are in their light. Because they can also be in shadow. versions of themselves. But if they are in their, all of them can obviously, but if they are in their light, right, they're very good manifestors. Okay, the reason why they're very good manifestors is because they carry all of the energies 1 through 8 in the numerology table. Yes? And since they carry all the energies, they are able to enter these energies whenever it is that they want, if they know how. Because they are basically the old soul. They're done with this place. If you're life path 9, this is most likely your last lifetime here in the blueprint that you are in your soul signature of this place. I say soul signature and I don't say time, because there's no time. Soul signature. Okay? AJ Fernandez. Muchas gracias, mi amigo. Thank you so much. What's good, fam? Life Path 7 as well here. Namaste, brother. Let's go. Another Life Path 7, man. There's a lot of Life Path 7s. I used to think there was less Life Path 7s, but I guess there is a lot more Life Path 7s. We can go. So yeah, if you're a Life Path 9, you're an old soul. Which ones haven't I done yet? 22 and 33. The 22 master number is very similar to the Life Path 11 number, except that the 22 is going to be less about emotions, right? And more about building something, creating something, building either empires, because they're master numbers, right? Building communities. I bet you a lot of the people because there's a lot of people now that are awakening and they're beginning communities where money is obsolete. There's people out there. It's starting now. Trust me, guys. It's starting now. You're going to see it in the next 10 years. And these people are probably Life Path 22s. And then now we got the Life Path 33. The Life Path 33 is influential. The Life Path 33 is the politician. Is the one that you see on TV. That's the Life Path 33. Creative. Community. Out there. Influential. Very grand purpose. Again, my friends, all numerology is only a guide. It is not religion. It is not absolute truth unless you believe it is absolute truth. Let it guide you to your truth. Okay? Thank you so much, AJ, for the $10 super chat, my friend. Namaste to you. You're the best, okay? Appreciate you. Let me see. Cornerstone, you're an 11. Spot on. Absolutely. Absolutely. Life Paths 11, man, have a lot of masculine energy, even though they don't think they do, but they do. They have a lot of masculine energy. The reason why a lot of them don't think they do is because they feel so much, right? They're so sensitive to feelings. They're very intense empaths. But at the same time, it's not like they're a Life Path 2. A Life Path 2 is an empath to the max. Feminine to the max. But she receives more. The 11 actually receives and then gives what they receive. If they are in their purpose. Yeah? They're like spiritual warriors. While Life Path 2 is more of like the nurturer. Yeah? You won't, Kindred. You won't. Time doesn't exist, guys, okay? So when you go to the other side, it's not like you leave and you're gone forever, right? Time works like this. When you go to the other side, there's a blueprint of things that you already are doing now. And you're over there now. You're in all places all at once. And your consciousness can choose to meet those places and experience those places in the moment, because the moment is all that matters. That's how time actually works, right? So when you go to the other side, you will always go through your fears that you had here on Earth first. Always. And if you had really dark fears and shame and judgment and you did really dark things, you will pass through hell for a little bit. Until finally your soul is ready to, okay, I'm done. It's like shadow work. It's the same thing. It's just in the spiritual realm. Right? And whatever level of hell it is, it can be shame, it could be darkness, blah, blah. Doesn't matter. You'll pass through it. Most of you are not going to pass through it though. Because you don't need to pass through that. Most of you will have a life review. And you will see the things that you did to people. And you will see the things that maybe you could have had a different perception on. And it will most likely, and this is going to happen to me too, it will most likely put you in your knees and you will probably cry. You will probably cry, well, how could I treat people this way? How can I do this way? You'll probably cry. You'll probably have such a different perception. Because the only way to enter heaven, my friends, the only way to enter heaven is if you go through that. It's like shadow work as well. Bringing up those lower energies so you can understand and then release them. It will be the most intense cry you'll ever have, probably. But once that happens, once that's done, once you release that, you're going to enter heaven again. And you're going to be there for an eternity. You understand? An eternity is not time. It's not, I'm going to be there forever. No, that's time. That's an illusion. An eternity is a feeling, a state, an expression. And it happens now. That's an eternity. So if you stay in heaven for a lifetime, for an eternity, you can then choose if you want to come back or not. You can then choose if, oh, you know what, I want to visit my star families. You know, I'm going to visit over here. I've been in heaven for an eternity, forever. It's time for me to go visit over here and visit over there and go over here and maybe even go all the way back to God again. Go all the way back to the highest dimensions of God and just be God. Because that's what happens. When we go all the way back to the ascended master levels, we dissolve into God again. Pure oneness. That's how it actually is, my friends. And it's more, and it's like way more incredible than the way I'm speaking it. This is just what my guides showed me. But it's way more amazing. It's so incredible, amazing, grand, and epic, and beautiful that our minds cannot comprehend it at all. Yeah? So I hope that what I'm saying has brought a little bit of hope to you guys. Because it's absolute truth, my friends, yeah? And listen, we're not just here to suffer. We are here to bring home heaven, our star families, all that stuff. We're here to bring home here. Love here. That's what we're here to do. That's our divine missions. And the way to do that is to love yourself, baby. Be your authentic self. Express yourself fully, completely. Your truest self. Yeah, you'll get haters. Of course you're going to get haters. But there's going to be other people. Out of the 3 haters that you get, even if you get one person that vibes with you, that's enough. Because now you impacted that one person. And guess what? That one person is going to do what you're doing. Expressing themselves fully. And then they're going to go and awaken, not trigger, but awaken other people. And it's a domino effect. So what you're doing by being your true authentic self and loving yourself is you're healing the world little by little. I just found out that I'm a light worker. Let's go, Jason. Thanks to you. Any resource you recommend, like Discord? Well, we do it. Yeah, we have the Discord community for light workers. I know Discord's a little, for some people, it's kind of complicated to use. But if you can use that, go ahead. If you can find anything right there, go ahead. Also, universe is mental. The universe is mental. So basically, you are creating all of this with your mind, with your beliefs and all that stuff. So remember your power as an absolute creator being. Remember your power as the love frequency. You're not just a love being, but you are also a creator being. And you're creating with creation itself. Co-creating with and I don't even like saying co-creating anymore. You are creation itself. So you are creating as well. Yeah? So that's the best I can give you right now. I am going to create a Patreon very, very soon. Very, very soon. I already created 2 videos for the Patreon. My Patreon is going to have different tiers, but for now, I'm just going to put 1 tier. And it's just going to be my stories, my own personal stories. I think I have already 2 personal stories on my YouTube channel about, I think one of them was about my witch wound and how I healed. No, I don't think I talked about how I healed her. Actually, I think I should talk about that on my Patreon. I think I have other things as well. I think I have maybe one more about my mission. But that's it. I'm going to put all the rest of that stuff, my own personal stuff. If you're a fan of me, right? Just who I am and my message and my purpose and stuff like that. I'm going to put that in my Patreon if you want to support me. That will be very, very soon, most likely in like about a week. Not even going to lie, I'm almost done with that. So in about a week, the Patreon should be up and I'll let you guys know in a live, okay? If you guys want to support me, of course. Sarah, thank you so much for the $5 super chat, man. Thank you very much. Feeling magnetic sensations and wanting to learn more. Any connections to Nikola Tesla? How to research? If not, just a general message from spirit. I don't feel as connected today, okay? There's days where I feel more connected than others, okay? So if I can't connect to exactly what you guys are asking, I do apologize, okay? Show me, Sarah, please. Show me, Sarah. Oracle, show me, Sarah. Yeah, Sarah, they're saying that Nikola Tesla is coming to you every now and then, and it comes to you through thoughts, and it comes through you sometimes through the 3D, maybe even through his own practices. This is why you vibe with him. Yes, it's like he's speaking to you, not with words, yes, but with signs. You are connected in a way. He could just be your spirit guide, you know? If you explore this more, which I think you are, you will learn more about the universe and yourself. There's a lot of things that Nikola Tesla knows about the universe, yes, that will probably help you understand yourself. But again, I can't do it for you, yeah? You gotta do it for yourself, yes? How to research. Does anybody know anything about Nikola Tesla, guys? You guys are so versed on things, man. All I know truly to talk about is about like alchemy and stuff, but and my own personal experience. But you guys know more about just history and things than I do. So if anybody knows about Nikola Tesla, I know the 369. There's like a 369 book, or something like that about Nikola Tesla and stuff like that, and the things he talks about. He talks about a lot about vibration. He talks a lot about frequency and stuff like that. So if you guys know, can you guys please put it in the chat? Any of you guys, any books or anything, so you can help Sarah out here. But just know, Sarah, that you do have a spiritual connection to Nikola Tesla. Okay. Doesn't feel like anything to do with past lives or anything to me. It just feels like a connection. Yeah, it just keeps telling me connection, connection, connection. Right? And I don't know you 100%. Obviously, you're your own person, Sarah. So I'm only feeling truly your aura, right, and your intentions. But I do feel Nikola Tesla is like behind you sometimes. trying to nudge you. He's not the only one, by the way. He's definitely not the only one, and you will know later. You will know later. For now, focus on Nikola Tesla. Yeah? Understanding is what I'm getting. Understanding. So, what this means to me is, if you do your research like you've been doing, if you try your best to understand, you can relate those things from the universe that you learn to yourself. If this makes sense. And this will open doors in your mind. Open more doors to yourself, open more doors to healing, open more doors to activation. Yeah? And of course, activation, manifestation. Thank you so much, Sarah, for the super chat. I appreciate you, okay? Alright. Let me see. Edgar, do you have any alchemy lessons or info for us? That's a good question. Very good question. Alchemy lessons. Well, one of the best ways of healing for me, and I said this in this live before, but I guess I'll say it again, is creative alchemy, right? I know that when people have a specific ritual, right, it helps a lot with intention. Like if you leave a feather, or if you do this, and the ancients have been doing this for a long time, and all that helps so much with intention because you're matching with them. You're matching with a culture, or you're matching with like the witches, or whatever. You're matching with, a prayer that for Jesus. You're matching with people, so it helps with a lot with intention. But creative alchemy is like you. It's something that you're creating in your mind, like a movie that is connected to love. If it's connected to love, you can create a movie in your mind, right? You can create scenarios in your mind. And you can add, or you can ask your guides to be in those movies. And then you figure out that they weren't movies, they were never movies. They're just connections that you're getting from the spiritual realm. The imagination is very powerful. So that's the creative alchemy. When someone creates in this world, like a drawing, they're not just creating it out of nowhere. They're bringing it from another dimension in the spiritual realm through their imagination. Everything exists. Everything is real. Everything. Yeah? So the best thing I would say, learn to trust your imagination for alchemy. Learn to trust yourself for alchemy. Creative alchemy is very powerful if you allow it. And it helps a lot when you enter your emotional body. You feel, this is why I said earlier, put on a playlist of music. And again, the music doesn't have to be just mainstream. It could literally be anything. It could be Beethoven. Anything that you've been listening to as a kid, video game music, when you're playing video games and this music hits you, and I know it will because you're a starseed, right? I know it. Music hits you hard. I know it does. Yeah? So get that music, man. Put it in a playlist, meditate to it, enter your emotional body and feel. Feel and create or access alchemic visions inside of you where you heal, where you meet Jesus. And that song that your inner child has always loved when you're a kid is playing in the background, bro, that's better than listening to guided meditations. That's better than listening to even this song that I have on right now. Creative alchemy is very, 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 very powerful. That's why also I'm creating, this is why I'm creating my Patreon as well, because I'm creating all of the creative alchemies. Like this is just one of them, but I have a bunch of them, guys. A bunch of them, and I'm going to put them as guided meditations as well in my Patreon. Oh, Paraguay, I'm sorry about that. I think I've seen you said this before, so let me get to you. Message from Spirit regarding your current situation. How is your current situation making you feel, Paraguay? Are you feeling lost? Are you feeling scared? Are you feeling fear? Are you feeling like, oh, I can't do anything, fear of failure? What's going on? Let me know a little bit so I can enter. Yeah? What up, Dr. Cake? Oh, that's beautiful. El Shaddai. Excuse me if I said your name wrong. That's wonderful. Yeah. I've never heard of that. The sea of life and the life is the sea of the world, full of waves of possibilities. The jasmine stone was thrown beneath the feet with healing properties. Beautiful. Show me Paraguay. Are you feeling some sadness? Confusion? Actually better than before, but a bit confused about what to do next. Okay, you feel stuck. You have attachment to things, okay? You have a certain attachment to things. Certain attachment to ideas still, right? They're blocking certain chakras, lower chakras. Attachment to societal ideas. Yes. Yeah, there's some acceptance that you need to do for yourself, Paraguay. Like self-acceptance about yourself. Yeah. Self-love about yourself. And this doesn't have to do with like a technique or anything. You could just begin to just love yourself. You just choose yourself, basically. Choose to love yourself right now. You can do it right now too. Choose to just love. Even if you dip, choose again. Dip, choose again. Choose. The more you do this, the more this is gonna happen. You're actively creating your experience right now. Create your being. Creating with creation itself. Because you are creation itself. You are awareness itself. Yes? Remember this, okay? And this is for everyone. That's the game we're playing here. The game is a self-actualization, and then once you actualize yourself, right? Move with purpose, self-love, gratitude, and purpose. Then you can begin the road to enlightenment. But the road to enlightenment is a long road. It may be easier for us because we're starseeds, but even then, a lot of us starseeds didn't really come here for enlightenment anyway. Enlightenment. We came here because we have divine missions. We came here because we have things to do. We came here because we have ideas to spread. We came here to experience the human experience. Trust me, guys. We are already awareness itself. We are already one itself. So one with God. We're not separate at all. We're everything. The universe. awareness, and absolute freedom. That's why we come in here, to get a little break of that. Oh, look, I have an ego. I'm an individual with goals. But sometimes we get so lost in that we forget. The point of coming in here and balancing yourself is not to go back to just being a spirit again. It's to balance yourself, to understand the game that we're playing here, and to have fun. I know, shadow work isn't fun sometimes. But the feeling of evolution, once you heal yourself, is so incredible. It's so magical, so beautiful, that you understand why you even came in here in the first place. And then the fun begins. Yes? And this is going to happen in your guys' life in the spiritual journey. Yeah, it's not just going to be, I'm healed now, I self-actualize, and yay, forever, easy. No, it's going to be like this always. It's always going to be like that, no matter who you are. And in fact, if you get hit with intense energies, intense psychosis energies, just like I said earlier in the live, right? It's because you are meant for spiritual awareness. In South America, I put this on my Instagram. In South America, they would take a person that was going through deep depression and deep things like that. They knew, okay, that's going to be our shaman. In order for a healer to truly spread or understand how to heal them, how to heal others, right? Or at least guide others to their healing, is by healing themselves first. That's how it's done. Because healing doesn't come with just one ritual. Only yoga can heal. No. God is infinite. So there are infinite ways to heal yourself. That's why we're being born as indigo children, starseed children, all that stuff. Because we're bringing forth a new age, right? Whatever you want to call it, a new modern way of healing and viewing spirituality. This is why the Divine Feminine is rising. Because the Divine Feminine takes away structure, hierarchies. It's only this way, and that's it. Gatekeepers. The Divine Feminine is like, no, fuck that shit. That's not true. And remember, my friends, the feminine is not separate from the masculine. They are the same energy. They are God. So when the Divine Feminine rises, she awakens the Divine Masculine, which is herself. And they both create an absolute beauty, symbiotic, perfect relationship. But in order for that to happen, us, in our divine missions, we need to awaken the divine union within ourselves. For males, awaken your feminine energy. Stop being so scared of your feelings. It's okay to cry, bro. It's not a big deal. Stop being so afraid. For females, you're a boss too. You can lead too. You can have direction too. And that's the balance that is needed. My beautiful friends, I know I talked a lot and I know I didn't answer too many questions. But I needed to say these things, okay? So at the right time, people can hear my message. I gotta get out of here, guys. This is a wonderful live. I love you guys very, very much. Guys, go check out my latest video if you guys haven't, okay? If you guys want to support your boy, Soul Brother, go to the Lighthouse. Okay, it's a Discord community for Lightworkers. It's in the video description down below. Again, I'm not really there. I'm a very private person, guys, okay? So I'm not there, but the Discord's not about me, okay? It's about Lightwork. It's about Lightworkers. It's about a safe space for Lightworkers, okay? So go check it out if you guys want a consultation with myself or a personal reading, a private reading with myself and my awesome crystal ball. All those links are also in the video description down below. A Patreon is coming, guys. I promise you, a Patreon is coming very, very soon. So look out for that if you guys want to support me. If not, you don't need to do anything that involves giving me money at all. Okay? You just got to be here and be awesome and live your life and go on your soul's purpose as well, if you haven't found it already. And if your soul's purpose is to just exist, then fuck yeah, baby. All right, my friends. Thank you so much. I love you guys so very much. Until next time, I'll be here on Friday, same time, 5 p.m. Pacific time. Until then, namaste.